Technology as a means to the end of civilization. My people come from Nebraska circa 80,000 or so years ago. They were hunter-gatherers and mainly nomadic. Early to bed and early to rise, questing for fire and the move from bone tools and weapons to sharpened stones and the wheel. Immortality has granted me the double-edged sword of freedom to roam through time, since my DNA has been cloned and is infinitely replaceable with exact copies. Coupled with the progress technology continued to make with chip implants and the inception of neural networking, I need only think a time and place to be there. Well, to be slightly more exact, there are a few more steps involved, but the chain of events from thought to molecular relocation is the result. The Null Gates, once thought the pinnacle of robot hominid achievement, stand empty now where once a constant queue of borgs and bots waited patiently to time travel. The massive arches were soon covered with graffiti, a throwback to the days of human movement, which was often marred by input errors of poorly trained travelers who ended as stains on the walls instead of in Topeka, Kansas, to visit Aunt Mae. So much time, so little to do. And the recurring theme is that the human race doesn't learn from the past because it wants to ride the ride again and again. The few who knew grew fewer, and empathy became a slogan along with the qualities that kept those who only wanted more because too much was not enough, and the checks were erased and bounced into the teetering balance of fairness, once too often causing it to collapse into cosmic dust to the tune of another one bites the dust. To drop another cultural reference, people stopped throwing open their windows to shout, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore," because as soon as they did, they were arrested and made to disappear. Then enforcement troops were recruited with signing bonuses and taught to shoot anyone who opened their windows to poke out their heads and shout. "The evil that men do lives on after them," said Shakespeare. "The good they do is often interred with their bones." Bingo. Great Spock, I miss Bev. I miss her laughter whenever I would hold her hands, look into her eyes, and tell her, "I am the man of the house. Last words. You will never be alone with a poet in your pocket." John Adams. We improve ourselves by victories over ourselves. There must be contests and you must win. Edward Gibbon. A government that robs Peter to pay Paul can always depend on the support of Paul. George Bernard Shaw. The only comfort comes in thinking about how nice it was to know them and how nice it was to brush against goodness for a season. Gordon Atkinson.